Orth, thank you very much. We just completed a full day with Kia. We drove the Soul EV and the new Sedona, which is writing a new chapter for Kia, and also at the segment of the minivans, right? Because actually it doesn't look like a minivan.
Well, that's a good point. We basically, this is the last vehicle in our lineup that we haven't gone through a design transformation with. So finally got around to doing the Sedona, redoing it. It's an all-new vehicle from the ground up, and we had the benefit of two things. Number one, knowing what all of the new safety standards are, and also having full benefit of the design trend to adopt CUV type design cues. So we were able to incorporate some of those items into this this new vehicle.
So compared to other vehicles in the segment, this is shorter, longer, wider?
From a proportion standpoint, it's slightly shorter. The wheelbase is longer, so the first thing you'll notice when you look at the car is the front and rear overhangs are less from a proportion standpoint. And then it's also a little bit lower. And then the actual graphic, the glass design on the side of the car, it's a little bit narrower and the body's taller. So much more in line with the proportions of a CUV.
So first impression for especially people who don't want to be seen in a minivan, that eliminates a lot of that, right?
Well, it really does. When we showed the vehicle for the first time at the New York Auto Show in April, we had a lot of people coming up with their mouths open like, oh my gosh, I would have never ever considered a minivan until I saw this one. I can't believe it. And we heard a lot of people saying it doesn't even look like a minivan, which is why we're using the term MPV to try to emphasize the point that we're bringing something new and different to the segment, which we really think is going to change a lot of people's minds.
From the driver's perspective, I mean, when you don't look back, you feel like you're like in a regular car, almost like a little bit higher, but all the amenities, like all the luxury, almost level.
Absolutely, absolutely. One of the things, we not only changed the exterior of the car, the front of the exterior of the car looks like a CUV. We have a much more prominent, proud, and confident nose. But when you get inside the vehicle, we moved the shift lever from the instrument panel down to a center console, which is unusual for the segment.
Yeah.
Nobody else does this. And we heard this from our customers loud and clear. They like the feeling of confidence of having that shifter next to them. A nice big wide console, and the IP has long horizontal sweep to it. So it feels very roomy, it feels modern, it feels spacious, and also because of that console, it feels more like what you would expect in a crossover.
And then if you start going second row and then third row, I mean, a lot of changes and very innovative
Absolutely.
ideas.
Yes, we also, one of the things that we found out in our research is people don't like taking the chairs out of the back of a minivan for cargo room. So we incorporated this new idea. We call it slide and stow. With one pull of a lever, the seat cushion for the second row pops up, and you can move the entire seat up against the back of the first row. So it kind of gets up and out of the way, why we call it slide and stow. And it converts from passenger to full cargo in just a matter of seconds. And it's really, really a neat innovation.
And then one of the options for the seat configuration is the first class seating. I actually tried it.
Yeah, first class is very...
I really enjoyed it. I could have taken a nap there.
Awesome feature. You can put the second row seats back. This is for our top level model, the SXL. It has a footrest that comes out from underneath the seat. And then you can recline the seat all the way back, move the armrests, and it's almost like sitting in the lounge in a first-class airliner across the water.
It certainly felt like that.
It's really nice. It's really, really nice.
So price-wise, how many versions? And
we have a total of 5 different trim levels. We're going to start at $25,900, and that doesn't include the D&H, the destination and handling. That's for our L grade, which is exactly the same as the current Sedona that is just now going out. And then the top range is at $39,700, and that is for our top of the line SXL. So about a $15,000 range between the base and the top, divided up into 5 different categories.
So a little bit for everybody to like pick whatever budget or like.
We anticipate that our most popular model, which will be the EX, will be about $32,000, and that'll have 3 power doors, a nice leather interior, UVO system, and also navigation. And so from that standpoint, our most popular model will be very, very well priced.
Excellent. So you said the Sedona completes the transformation of Kia that started with the Soul, right?
We started in the spring of 2009 with a Soul. We did our Forte, our Sorrento, the Optima. We went through the whole lineup, introduced 2 new cars, the Cadenza, the K900, and now finally we've gotten around to redoing the Sedona, and it completes it, and there's a distinctive family look across the entire line of vehicles, which we're really proud of.
So pretty nice way to celebrate 20 years of Kia in the United States.
That's exactly right, exactly right. So if you have a chance, make sure you stop by and check out the new Sedona. We're really excited about it. and then also the new Soul EV, of course, which is our other model.
Excellent. You're going to be really busy for the next 20 years.
That's exactly, hopefully so.
Well, thank you very much, Orth, like always. We really enjoyed the event and the vehicles.
I really appreciate you stopping by. Thank you.
Bye.
Este programa fue una producción de National Latino Broadcasting.